Hey Brian, how you doing? I want to address this. I was going to type this out, but what the heck? Why not? Why not address it like this, right? So I wasn't sure about the reception I would get submitting the symbol this week. I realized I hadn't applied it to any environmental spaces, so I wasn't confident in I'm meeting the requirements. So to address that, look, you know what? Let's jump over there. Your submission I thought was excellent, and I'm going to tell you why. Because let's go to class discussion. And I'm sure you looked through, where the heck are you? Here you are. I'm sure you looked through the some of the other posts. And my main concern at this point in a lot of the other students' work is that, and you can see it, is that a lot of students you're going to find out are going to start placing the logo on everything from buses to taxis to flags to banners. And they're not going to develop a supplementary kind of a um, uh, supplemental graphics package of Fifth Element. And so this, I think, this is your Fifth Element right here. I mean, this is fantastic. Now, does it lean towards Vancouver? Sure, but I'm totally fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. As far as the, well, let's just go through I hadn't applied it to any environmental spaces, so I wasn't confident on meeting the requirements. Now, as you saw, a lot of other students did start applying to environmental spaces, but what are they doing? They're just sticking their logo on stuff. They're not. They don't really have a a supplemental graphics package, so to speak, of Fifth Element. So I'm perfectly fine with what you're doing. I looked at it at first and I thought, wow, really super underdeveloped. But then I really got to thinking about this is smart. Now, this can be applied to so many different areas in your graphics package. So I think it's smart. So I'm glad you pointed out some of the issues with my image, and I'll push me further. I have to admit I am a bit lost for color. Would you recommend staying with a cool color? I would recommend staying cool as your primary color, as the major colors you're using. Yes, that doesn't mean you can't slip in some red here and there and here and there and some yellow and what other colors you wish to incorporate in your supplemental, your Fifth Element. I'm perfectly fine with that. I would try to stay as cool as possible. After all, it is a cool, a winter event. So leaning towards greens, blues, purples, sure, definitely. Are you going to approach the Vancouver package by using those colors? Not necessarily. I mean, cool colors are cool colors, I mean, you don't have to necessarily use the same tones and the same hues as the Vancouver package. But I'm certainly pleased with where this is going. Let's go ahead and no way to make a feeling wintering. I was thinking of exploring red like that of the Polish flag, but probably only using splashes of those colors. That's a good idea. How much design development do you want to see turned in by Sunday? I mean, that's up to you, really. On a side note about the Vancouver emblem and the Fifth Element, do you think they were created by different designers? Absolutely, they were. Let me show you something. Let's jump over. I want to jump over to the class. And I just want you to take a look at this because there's a really amazing video that I posted regarding the Vancouver, and it's over here in the announcements. And right here, this video right here, it's not very long. It's only about 5 minutes long, but this takes you through the entire package development for the Vancouver look. And it's fantastic. So definitely watch that. That'll explain this question in detail. Also, the branding package was used far more often than the logo. Yes, it was. And you got it. Yes. And do you know how other Olympic Games had similar setups of an emblem and branding packages? Yeah, go ahead and do some research on that. You'll find out. We talk about Fifth Element, and I chose to use the brand Vancouver because I think Vancouver has a fantastic Fifth Element to it. And I'm directing towards that with students. I'm not going to stop with students saying, okay, great logo, and let's just start applying it. I really want to push this Fifth Element thing, and I think that you get that at this point. I'm not sure everyone does, so I think you're ahead of the game, actually. So what do we want by Sunday? Boy, that's a tough question. I think that you can start applying this. I mean, I would develop this to fruition. I would really start start really thinking about this. Maybe start adding some other elements to this graphics package here, your supplemental graphics, and start thinking about how you can apply it to different, signage and environmental graphics, especially, things like the, let's jump over to, I think I showed you this in the video, but if we go to, let me see, I just want to jump over to that Vancouver package real quick. So if we jump over there, then you can see all the different areas. I mean, and it's easy to Photoshop these in, but see all of these little side panels. None of these, I mean, this whole thing is SANS logo. It's all the supplemental graphics. And when you watch that video, you'll see how this stuff all fits together. And the package itself consists mostly of Fifth Element items. So, and that's kind of what I'm directing towards, because I just really want to avoid this where, students are going to just place their logo, without any supplemental graphics, so to speak. All right, so you're right in there, man. As far as what you do on Sunday, that's up to you. Go as far as you can. We'll reassess on Sunday, but I think you'll be fine. All right, hope that makes sense. Thanks, man.